happy Monday morning to you. I am Donna Krew, and today is Monday Messages. We're back to Monday Messages. There's so many changes and expansion going on right now that is working through me, and I'm just grateful to be along for the ride. And I am grateful to have you on this journey with me. So we are back to Monday Messages. Coffee Klatch is going to be channeled into a relaunch of the By the Hearth podcast. And it's going to be funneled back into the By the Hearth podcast. I will be actually recording that on Zoom this week on Wednesday, and I will share the event if you would like to come join me live. Those who join me live for the recording of the podcasts will get to take part in a Q&A session afterward. I will be editing the podcast on Thursday, and it will not include the Q&A. So if you'd like to come join me for the Q&A, you'll have to do that live on Wednesdays. And the edited version or edition of the podcast will go live on Fridays. So I hope you will join me, and I will, once I actually create that event, I will post it in the comments below. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And how are you doing? I know there are a lot of changes taking place, and not just for me, but for a lot of people, and it can be kind of challenging and difficult at times. And yeah, how are you doing with it? I hope you're doing well. So we're going to get into the message for today. Maybe it's about changes and how to roll with them. I did have a couple of cards jump out at me. I don't know if they pertain to you or today's topic, but we have the Queen of Winter, the Leopard, and it says experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, funny. All your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, clear away situations that weren't or aren't working for you anymore, and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. And this is a time, I have been saying this a lot lately, but this is a time. We're in the midst of the second harvest, and for nature, but because we are natural beings, biological beings, we flow with the seasons as well. And just like the animals react to them in specific ways each year, we do too. It's when we become aware of it that we're able to better note it and prepare for it. And this time, the harvest, is a time for decluttering and getting rid of what no longer serves us, and reaping the rewards of the growth and expansion that we experienced earlier in the year. And often growth and expansion comes through contrast, and heavens knows that we have experienced a lot of contrast as a global community this year. And so a lot of us are growing and expanding as a result, and it's time for us to go within, to slow down and take a look at what we have, how we have grown and expanded, and what we created and nurtured during the first part of the year, and actually 3/4 of the year, and what we can release, what no longer serves us, and reaping the benefits of the work that we did. And then I also had the Prince of Summer, Frog. Romantic flirtations, introspective, enchanting. A deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Has there been one recently? Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. So, I know that I don't think that really pertains to today's message or what I'm perceiving to be today's message, but it pertains to someone out there, someone watching this, someone who's watching this now, or someone who will watch it later on. So, yes, these messages are always evergreen. Anytime that you watch it, there's a message in here for you. So what else do we have? Queen of Summer. I love this card. And today I am using the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, so this is Swan, and it's compassionate, loving, giving, psychic. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. And we have been going through a lot of challenging times, a lot of challenging situations this year, and we're being reminded that we are being given guidance, we are being given insights, and we need to open up and be aware of it more. And when we are able to better navigate the experiences that we're going through. And it's like having a coaching team. For instance, it's football season, and each team has a staff of coaches, and each coach specializes in a different aspect of team management. And it's true for us as well. We have a staff of coaches, and each one specializes in a different area of the human experience, of the spiritual experience. And when we're going through things, we have that specialist, that spiritual specialist, whispering in our ear. That's a very physical way of looking at it, but whispering into our being and giving us guidance, giving us insights, and helping us to tap into ourselves, that energy that exists within us. For instance, the Archangels, if you really think about it, they embody a different aspect. Each of them embodies, represents a different aspect of being. And they are not apart from us. It's a illusion of this dimension, of this physical reality, that we are separate from spirit, that we are separate from our spiritual team, our staff of coaches. And each of the archangels is there to remind us that we embody the aspect that they represent. And with their assistance, they can help us tap into it. Each of us is courageous, and with Archangel Michael's assistance, we can tap into that aspect of ourselves, and we can nurture it and grow it and make it stronger. So we are definitely in a time where intuition and spiritual connection, guidance is stronger. As we get closer to Halloween, also now known as Samhain, when we get closer to that time period, that is the period, that is a moment, a day in time when the veil that exists between between this world and the spiritual world is at its thinnest. This occurs twice a year, and its thinnest. That's why we celebrate and connect with our ancestors, those who have already passed. And so the closer we get to that point, the easier it is to connect with our intuition. The easier it is for us to gain insights and divine guidance. I think we'll do one or two more cards here. This one right here. The Star, Oriole. You are about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to rest. Recently, I heard that due to the cosmic alignments and changes in the celestial star, in the celestial, in the heavens, in the stars, the planets, the alignment of them has made it possible for us to start moving forward. And I really feel that's what this card is indicating, is that we're about to take a big leap forward. And it's, a lot of us have been feeling it, being stuck, being isolated, being removed, moving in molasses. And even though the energy is asking us to slow down, the seasonal energy is asking us to slow down, we're beginning to be able to make progress in expansion. And this is definitely a change, because it can be really frustrating not being able to. And now it's kind of like being able to take a deep breath and just start flowing forward. And one more, the High Priestess, Owl. I like this card too. This is time to pause and reflect, just as I was saying, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So, our staff of coaches, our staff of celestial coaches are there, and they're encouraging us, and they are loving us and wrapping us in pink blankets of love and joy. That's Shamuel. And loving us, encouraging us, supporting us, giving us guidance, insights. But to actually receive assistance, we have to remember that we need to ask for that assistance, because of free will, they can't assist us without us asking. So ask for that help, and it will be given. So dear friend, until next time, again, I will put the link for the event, the Zoom event, in the comments, and I'm keeping it short and sweet today, but here's the message, and I will be back on Wednesday, and Friday the podcast will be posted. So until then, take care, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.